very warm welcome to Bharata First. I'm frankrausanpereira. This is FRP Explains. First, let me inform you about Bharata First Knowledge Center, a learning experience like none other, which will transform the way you learn. Classes have already begun in international relations and Indian art and culture, and those who have been a part of this journey have had a wonderful time and they have thoroughly enjoyed it. You too can be a part of this great new learning experience. Register now at kc.bharatafirst.com. I'm going to keep the limited period early bird discounts offer open for a few more days. So this is your last chance to register today and make full use of it. kc.bharatafirst.com is where you need to go to register now and make use of this whole new learning experience. Since you're here, please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell icon and then all notifications, and do share the content as well so that more people get to know about Bharata First. Well, I'm here to talk about an incident that took place last week in Chhattisgarh, where an FIR has been filed under the Sedition law against a suspended senior IPS officer. He held the rank of additional IGP and was suspended because the government realized that he was up to some anti-government activities is what they are calling it. And the Chief Minister himself, came out on Friday and spoke about the raids that were carried out by the Anti-Corruption Bureau from the 1st of July to the 3rd of July, where several incriminating documents were found. Assets worth 10 crore rupees, cash of 16 lakh rupees were found at his premises, and the authorities have gone ahead and decided to register a case under section 124 of the IPC. Now, this particular man in question is GP Singh. He was a highly ranked IPS officer in Chhattisgarh, and probably the first time ever where we have seen the sedition law being used against an IPS officer, that too of such a rank. Sedition law has been under the scanner for a few in the recent past, and several activists and others who have approached the courts have suggested that since 2016 the number of sedition cases that have been filed across the country have only gone up. We've seen cases of sedition being used against students, against activists, against journalists and others as well, and there is a whole debate now about whether the sedition law should exist in 2021 India or not, because it has a colonial hangover. It was a law that was brought in 1870 and it has continued to exist for over 150 years now. Well, commentators are divided about whether or not to have this particular law, because at the end of the day, the law looks at tackling anti-nationals, terrorists and others who can bring down the integrity of the country and who cause or who pose a threat to national security. But the law has also been used as a political tool by various political parties across the country, whether they are in power or not, right? So they've been using this law and they have gone ahead and registered several cases as well. We need a strong law to deal with anti-nationals and to deal with terrorists. But what is the definition of an anti-national? Now, that is something that we have not been able to demarcate very clearly, and the law has been used against students and against activists as well. Being anti-national is one thing, being anti-government is another. So clear demarcation needs to be made. I've made several videos on this particular topic as well, so I'm not going to go fully into this particular aspect. In case you want to know more about the sedition laws, you can look at several of the discussions as well as episodes that I have conducted in the past. Now, as far as this gentleman is concerned, GP Singh, clearly he is under the fire and clearly he has done something wrong, and that's why there is a smoke, and then like there is no smoke without fire. So clearly something has gone wrong. He has decided to move the court and he says that this is a conspiracy against him and he is being victimized. The state government is suggesting that this man is trying to destabilize the state and destabilize the government in Chhattisgarh, and hence this action has been taken against him. Whatever it is, it's a serious matter and it needs to be investigated and looked at thoroughly. and the public also needs to be made aware of what exactly has gone wrong, because for charging someone under sedition, that to a highly ranked IPS officer, something that has probably not happened before, is a very serious concern and a serious matter, and the general public needs to know as to what exactly has gone wrong. With that, I call it a wrap on this edition of FRP Explains. But before I go, let me once again remind you about Bharata First Knowledge Center, a learning experience like none other, which will transform the way you learn. Go to kc.bharatafirst.com and register today. Be a part of this incredible learning experience. International relations and Indian art and culture classes have already begun, and they're going on very successfully. The reviews have been great. So don't miss out. Register today and make use of the limited period early bird discounts as well. This is your last chance. Also, please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and then all notifications, and do share the content as well so that more people get to know about Bharata First. And here are the UPI IDs for those of you who would like to come forward and make a small contribution. A small contribution that you make will be a giant leap for us to keep bringing you this content. That's it from me. See you again next time.